Part 1, Chapter 4. In 7th grade, my teacher, Mr. Pengilly, a little guy with a wispy beard that made him look like a goat, had us write about our favorite activity. Mine was football, of course. I wrote that it was fun and that I liked to score touchdowns and hear people cheer for me. I turned it in, and a week later I got it back with an F at the top. "You need to make the game come alive," he had written in the margin. "This is dead." I'd never been a great student, but I'm a good student, and that was the first F I'd ever gotten on anything. I was mad, and all through class I glared at him. What did he know about football? Nothing. When the bell rang, I headed to the door, but Mr. Pengilly's voice stopped me. "Come here, Mick," he said. I marched over to his desk. "You didn't like that grade?" "No, I didn't." "You can redo the paper, you know." "Football is what I like," I said. "You don't have to change your topic. Just make me feel what you feel when you're playing. What you've written could apply to ping pong or ice dancing. Tell me what's different about football." "I don't know what's different about it," I muttered. "Sure you do, Mick. You just need to think more before you write." On my way out, I threw my paper into the trash and tried to forget about it. But I couldn't. So that night I did what Pengilly told me to do. I thought it through. And I realized that what I'd written was junk. Worse than junk, because most of it was a lie. Football isn't fun. It's hard work. The drills are grueling and the games are worse. The risk of injury is there on every play. And even if you don't get hurt, when you wake up the morning after a game, your whole body feels as if it's been put through a huge washing machine. And running backs, my position, have it worst of all. For a running back, every game is like being in a street fight with the numbers stacked against you. You're trying to take the ball up the field, and all the guys on defense have the same goal. And it's not just to stop you. They want to punish you. They want to make you pay in blood for every inch you gain. And there it was, the reason I love the game. I love it because it's so hard. I love it because every single play is a challenge of every single part of me, body and mind. Being physically tough isn't enough. Lots of tough guys quit football. You have to be mentally tough to keep going when every muscle in your body is screaming stop. But if you don't stop, if you make yourself stay out there, if you take on the challenge, the payoff is unreal. I thought back to my best runs, my greatest moments. On some of them, it was as if I was a hummingbird, darting through tiny holes, breaking into the open, flying down the field for a touchdown. On others, I felt more like a bull, crashing straight ahead, legs churning, fighting for inches. And on the best, I was the bullet coming out of the barrel of a gun. That's the thrill of football. That's what makes it better than any other game. The speed and the power, the shifting from one to the other, the fighting through the pain, the fighting through the fear, the coming out on the other side, the ball above my head, the crowd roaring, "Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown!" I took out a piece of paper and wrote it all down as fast as I could, afraid I'd forget it. The next day I turned my paper in to Mr. Pengilly, and the day after that he gave it back with an A+ on the top. "I felt it this time," he had written. If we look at when he wrote this essay, when mixed realizations about what football is come about, it says that's in 7th grade. So it's before he even hit high school, before the workouts elevated to that even more extreme level. He realizes that, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of sacrifice, so on and so forth that goes into football. But if you do push yourself mentally and physically, to him, it's worth it.